Forever. Dog.
Hi, I'm Sarah Froelich, and this is After Death VHS, a place where I talk to you about the exciting world of VHS collecting and introduce a couple titles that I'm excited about this month. First, I just want to introduce myself and talk to you a little bit about who I am and what I do. I got into collecting originally when I was a young person, and tapes were still kind of the main way that you would get to watch movies. I remember when DVD first dropped, I bought Four Rims. That was my first disc. I really wanted to watch that. I was a huge Quentin Tarantino fan, which I know kind of like makes me sound like a incel fanboy guy, which I mean, kind of was. As a young person, I was a little weird, a little hyper, a little creepy. I think a lot of film people are, and I kind of vibed with the way Quentin would talk about movies. Like, yeah, I like that. We liked him. He just fucking ranted and yelled, and he wasn't maybe the cutest, but he had it, and that made us feel better. I don't know, maybe I'm slightly cuter now, or maybe I was always cute and just didn't realize it. But goddamn, I watched a lot of fucking terrible movies and a lot of amazing movies because of Quentin. I watched fucking Destiny Turns on the Radio because of Quentin. And that sounds terrible. And actually, I like Destiny Turns on the Radio. Who's seen that? Let me know. But no, I carried a little list around. I hit all the stores up. Whenever a video store would close, I'd try and get off school to buy the tapes. I'd have my mom go buy the tapes. I have fucking Schwankwanker's Alice somewhere in here that my mom, because I couldn't get off school, I had a fucking test. My mom went to Atlantic Video in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and bought the tape for me because I couldn't get it anywhere else. They had the only copy in fucking New Hampshire. I guess there was one in Manchester. That was too far. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Atlantic Video. When that closed, that was like the burning of the Library of Alexandria. When a video store closes, that's like the end of the world. It felt like it. And then there were two left. There was, well, no, there were three. There was one in Durham, New Hampshire that turned into a tanning salon video store, which was a weird mood. They had terrible tapes. Durham is where UNH is. Shout out UNH. A lot of teen drinking deaths, very few videotapes. Although the library itself, the UNH library, amazing selection of stuff. I saw great stuff there. I got to read H.P. Lovecraft letters and see things, but they didn't. The horror selection in terms of movies, not great. But they had Video Update, which became Movie Scene, where I wanted to work but couldn't because they had an adult section. You had to be 18, and then they had a Blockbuster in Portsmouth. So I worked at Blockbuster, and that was exciting. Not really. That fucking sucked. And then I got fired from Blockbuster because I got a lower grade on a test because they were having a 16-year-old do closing shift all the time on weekdays. So my parents said, you can't be fucking doing closing shift. You're a child. You need to, have good grades so that you can like succeed in the world. That didn't go so good. But so I said, look, I can't be working here anymore. And they said, if you don't give adequate notice, we're going to have to put you down and you'll never get rehired at another Blockbuster again. This will ruin your entire life. I cried and cried and cried. And of course, like, fuck you, Blockbuster. These fucking like 36-year-olds bullying a 16-year-old girl, making her like fucking, anyway, it's very funny. But then I was able to work at movie scene, and again, that was its own brand of chaos. But I then we were able to buy up the tapes as they phased them out from there. And I still have some of those tapes, but not very many. And but now it's sort of back. People are collecting again, and we search and we find and we have them markets, and we meet other collectors. We have these weird little encounters with people, and we're still discovering, we're still finding, people are still finding different cuts of things, trying to get the tapes, trying to get the different covers. It's nice. People are building their own little video stores, just getting back some of that time, getting back some of that warm, fuzzy blue nostalgia.